So in previous videos, we've been using elements, or tags is what we've been calling them. And I really want to take a minute, maybe more than a minute, to really break down what an element is so that you have this reference going forward as we look at all the different elements that are available to you in HTML5. So the anatomy of an element is that there's this opening tag and a closing tag, and there's the content that's inside there. So in the example when we were doing headers, we had the H1 opening tag, H1 closing tag, and in the middle, we had hello world. And that's what showed up on the screen. The two tags don't show up. They're just telling the browser a little bit about what you're trying to do with the content that you have. And then when you use the image, we used an attribute on there. And attributes are what really set elements apart and make them different than other tags or elements. So on the image tag, we used a source attribute, and we set the value equal to a URL of Ray of Jakku, one of my favorite characters. And when the browser sees that, it reads that source attribute and says, I'm going to show this image right here on the screen. And different elements have different attributes to give them different abilities and capabilities. So when we're using these going forward, I want you to really think about what's setting these two things apart. And there are actually a lot of different tags or elements that are almost exactly the same, and they just kind of have a logical way of breaking up the page, even though they don't have any difference in how they display things on the page. It really helps us understand our page as they get bigger and have more content on them. So I wanted to just break down exactly what elements are for this, so you have this reference going forward and know what we're doing whenever we're working with elements or tags.